Get ready, guys, because this is another episode of Dave Chappelle versus the Hollywood elites. And this time, famous comedians warn Ice Cube to hide from the powerful of show business and stop stirring the hornet's nest with his provocative statements. It's a big deal that he had broken show business rules. And many of you listening to me right now, you're not in the club either. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live. Dave Chappelle is highly knowledgeable about the shadowy characters that manage the business, and he has first-hand knowledge of what it's like to struggle against forces that wish to either control or kill you. However, they are attempting to persuade me to believe otherwise. I'm insane in 2005 when Dave Chappelle was on the way to his fame. He suddenly decided to leave his show and escape to South Africa, hoping he would be safe there. There were numerous speculations what made Dave turn away from wealth and glory at the peak of his career. And there were speculations of him using some substances or dealing with mental health issues. But the fact is, when Dave came back from his self-imposed exile, he turned out to be the most sane person in the industry, which only made people wonder what made Dave walk away from the show, leaving a $50 million deal behind. And later it was revealed that his departure was his way to protest against the exploitative nature of the industry and its monsters who want to take advantage of celebrities and control them. I can see if you had some kind of issue, you know what I mean, he might go out to Hollywood and you might start connecting some kind of lines. And you could, well, Dave has been in the industry long enough to know about every menacing move of these elites. And now he seems to send messages to other celebrities who come forward and try to expose the dark side of Hollywood. And in case you missed this story, rapper Ice Cube has recently been outspoken about his own encounters with Hollywood's elite. In a lengthy video message released on Twitter, he criticized gatekeepers for obstructing the expansion of his Big Three basketball league and said that he will soon go on an expose. This summer, the Gatekeepers podcast went on a tour to inform people who were against him of the truth. In a recent interview on Bill Mayer's Club Random podcast, I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all have to deal with. And that's not the end of the tale. The rapper Ice Cube discussed the connections he sees between the prison industrial complex and the entertainment industry, claiming that the prison system benefits from using the rap industry to put undesirable people behind bars, so that those in positions of power can manipulate what is happening with the populace. It appears that the rapper is determined to take on the powerful individuals who have taken control in Hollywood, and he declared that he planned to fully expose their shady activities on his podcasts. Dave wanted to explain to Ice Cube what happens to people who openly discuss the dark truth of show business. And the best example of all is rapper Kanye West, who lost his contracts with sports brands Adidas and Gap last year, and the rapper believes it was because of his outspoken criticism of Hollywood elites. The Gatekeepers podcast tour everyone you know, and get a chance to spread my message to the people. While it may be a defining moment for everyone who has been vocal about the cruelty of Hollywood elites. Now Dave Chappelle was the pioneer of this exposure, and his statements about shady figures controlling and medicating celebs date back to 2006 during his interview with Oprah. He wants other celebs to be as cautious as possible now, with Ice Cube openly admitting that he doesn't belong to these elites and will do everything he can to bring them down. Dave is worried about the rapper's well-being and safety, especially considering the fact that Ice Cube shared a lot of previously unheard details about the show business. And some of them will shock you to the core. This isn't the first time Ice Cube has been vocal about his controversial opinions. Earlier this year, A-Cube has invoked a particular conspiracy theory that's been threaded throughout the rap industry for years. He asserts the entertainment industry and prison industrial complex are working in cahoots to funnel black and brown youth into the jail system through rap music, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists This is hot say that do this according to Dave Chappelle, the rapper went too far with his accusations. Because as he learned from his own experience, it's better to act cautiously and even hide far from the cause of these shady elites. Some of you may not have realized part of the club. Now I just proved the whole conspiracy about Hollywood's shady side. And many people praised the rapper for coming forward and being vocal. As one person commented, more celeb need to do this. It will only make the world a better place to get rid of these demonic people. And another user added, I'm glad he's speaking up, because the rest of these supposed to gangster rappers just bend over take it and lead their fans down a dark evil path. Many people are happy to see Ice Cube coming forward, because while the majority of rappers and celebrities are hiding behind their shame or fear, there are not many brave people who dare to stand against the whole industry and willing to make a change in this never-ending terror. As Dave Chappelle says, the first step is to acknowledge that celebrities who say anything against the system may fall the victims of different incidents, like it almost happened to him, so I'm not taking his medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you. Or maybe this credit. Now Dave claims that if Ice Cube continues to criticize Hollywood and even go on that exposure tour, he may face serious backlash from the elites and suffer the same or even worse consequences as Dave Chappelle himself or West. When celebrities have the nerve to riot against the system, their least severe punishment is being blackballed, but they also may end up in jail, hospitals, or even worse. They started disinviting me from these film festivals. But Dave doesn't believe that Ice Cube will actually suffer any of those things. Ice Cube stated that although he cannot speak for every aspect of the industry, he has a lot of insider knowledge about how music is made. In his words, it's not about forcing someone to write the lyrics. It's about being close as guardrails to ensure that certain songs make it through and certain songs don't, as Kanye West and now possibly Ice Cube have suggested. Don't, Ice Cube said, since nowadays producing music is largely about doing what you're told and according to the rules. We can only hope that these initiatives will result in positive changes, and one day we will see raw and honest Hollywood. However, as Dave Chappelle warns celebrities, it may take longer than intended, because most young artists are skeptical and unmotivated to trade their wealth and fame for true, while more and more skeletons are essentially being dragged out of the industry's closet. Ice Cube may be in a precarious situation because no one knows what will happen to him, but Dave is certain that the elites will make his life a living hell if he doesn't stop being so bold and reckless with what he says. Oh, and I don't care who you think you are or how you act. Elites won't think twice before sacrificing another person, and they perfectly know that there's a huge line of people waiting outside ready to take a vacant place. As one user noted, I agree with you, Cube, but you better be careful because the powers that be will get rid of you. They've done it to too many people. Another added, Ice Cube, because you just told the gatekeepers what your plans are. No one's going to let you have a forum. You're canceled just like the rest of us. You and us are now in the basket of deplorables. We'll have to wait to see how this story develops. I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments section below. In the meantime,